Shiplake came into my life at a time where I was underachieving in my academics at my previous school, had limited interest in anything but rugby, and then came to Shiplake, and that kind of transformed very quickly with the opportunities with rowing, canoeing, kayaking, all these things that I never thought, from my previous school were even possible to do at a school. And as kind of time progressed, I was immersed in the rugby, the rowing, kind of year in, year out, and decided in year 11 to focus on rugby ahead of rowing, which I then ended up getting injured, couldn't play rugby anymore, which when rugby's been kind of the reason you initially came to Shiplake and half your life, it was pretty challenging. But what I then quickly realised is Shiplake had given me such a platform to explore new ideas and confidence to try new things that I quickly started a rugby coaching business with a podcast where I spoke to the likes of Will Greenwood, Chris Wiles, Premiership players, World Cup winners, and then branched into Olympians as well. And then bumped into the current director of sport at Henry Regatta in 2022, and he mentioned the opportunity of coming back to Shiplake as a member of staff, which, my passion for Shiplake is pretty immense for what they've done for me, so the opportunity to come back was kind of non-negotiable. And off the back of that year, doing rugby coaching, football coaching, a bit in the classroom, I realised that I want to kind of give back to the children and the next generation of students and go and explore my passion of sports psychology at Loughborough University, which I'm currently doing and going really well. All these things wouldn't have been possible without the platform Shiplake gave me to explore in the kind of turbulent times of having to stop rugby because of concussion. I've always been very passionate about Shiplake, grateful for the chance Shiplake's given me, and I've found it really important to take every opportunity thrown at me. And when being head of college and announced to being head of college, it was something that I felt really important to convey to the rest of Shiplake students, that the opportunities you have here will set you up for the future and give you a foundation of confidence to take on any future challenges. You were always encouraged to kind of take your own path, whilst also being encouraged to explore other routes, whether, the heights of my music came with house music, drama in year 9, all these things I wouldn't have tried if I wasn't at Shiplake, helped me become a better individual, whilst also encouraging me to be my own individual, and something that was constantly valued throughout my time at Shiplake. Shiplake's a truly inspirational environment. Walking down the drive from Welsh every morning to go and have breakfast, and then back up for check. The environment we're in is inspirational itself, let alone the people that you're working with day in, day out, whether it be the teachers, matrons, housemasters, or even just your peers. It's a tough environment not to feel inspired by new challenges and feeling as if you want to achieve. Something else that's also really important about being a Shiplake pupil or a member of staff at Shiplake, or an old Viking as I am now, is the sense of community and the inclusivity of everyone involved at Shiplake. From joining as year 9 and feeling a connection throughout the people in Welsh House and the boarding house, or being at year 11, being rolled into the first team with year 12s and 13s. There really is something for everyone at Shiplake. And I know with drama, the lower school are influenced by what some of the older people do, and that just goes to show how much of an inclusive school Shiplake is. A highlight of my time at Shiplake with regards to rugby was Friday Night Lights. This was an event which, from year 9, you look up to the first team and think that's what I want to be a part of. It was at Henley Rugby Club. The whole school come down, family, friends, all come and watch. And when my time came to play in year 11, after a pretty good season with the team, to play Friday Night Lights in November in front of the whole school was really important, and a game that I won't ever forget. A lot of us aren't ever going to make it as professional rugby players, but I think that felt as if it was the closest we'd ever get. And an opportunity which we wouldn't have had to play at Henley under the lights if it wasn't for Shiplake. So when coming back to Shiplake as a member of staff, it was important for me to kind of be relatable to the students. Something the staff were so good for me when I was a pupil here, being supportive in kind of ideas, new experiences, new opportunities. And I found it really important to kind of ensure that the next generation of Shiplake pupils were also feeling encouraged and confident with trying new things. And I think because Shiplake did so well at giving me that platform, it was important that I felt as if I could offer the same to the new generation of Shiplake pupils. Every donation made on Giving Day goes towards bursaries to give more pupils the opportunity of a Shiplake education.